All right, YouTube. We got some juicy information less than 24 hours before Aeternum drops. So we're going to go over it real quick. The most important thing that we found out in the new patch notes is going to be target lock changes. And then we're going to go over some other things that I found within the notes, right? So for target lock, it says killing a PvP opponent and target lock will no longer automatically switch to another target. This led to situations where an ability in progress would instantly target another player when the current target was killed. This maneuver would not be possible with manual aiming on keyboard and mouse, so they removed it. Also, real quick though, it says up here, note these changes only affect PvP. PvE still behaves as it did before. Okay, so then see, there's 4 listed changes. The second one is going to be target lock now breaks more aggressively when losing line of sight of your target. Breaking line of sight, even briefly, will lose the lock, which allows easier evasion and better preserve stealthy gameplay in PvP. A character turn speed is now slower when using target lock. We're slowing the character's turn speed when using lock on. This results in a slower tracking speed for targets, meaning that honing attacks will miss more often on a moving target. Last one, which I know there was some YouTube videos about. This one's pretty significant as far as something that could have been abused with target lock. Temporarily, Blunderbuss now deals less damage in PvP. We agree with player feedback that the guaranteed hit doesn't feel right. To mitigate this, we temporarily reduce the Blunderbuss base damage in PvP to compensate for the guaranteed hit. As if Blunderbuss didn't take enough nerfs recently. If you're thinking about running this in PvP, probably not going to get too many kills with it. So we will continue to investigate long-term solutions to implement in the near future. So this is what we got, guys. Less than 24 hours. Obviously, nothing else is going to change. This is where we're at with the target lock. So it sounds like if you have good mobility, like maybe moving behind a target when they're locked onto you, or evading behind an object or a tree or something, will make it more viable to have an advantage in a fight against someone using target lock. Put in the comments what you guys think about the changes. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I'm not really happy with it. I wish they would have just taken it completely out of PvP. It's not necessary. I think it was a lack of resources on their end because they needed to do some sort of aim assist with controller. And it seems like their solution ended up being target lock, which the community obviously complained about. I don't think I heard a single person be happy with the target lock. So I don't know. I guess this is where it is. We have the target lock. We have the new staggering system in PvP. We'll see soon. We'll find out soon how this actually feels in the game. So we're going to go over a few more things, but real quick, if you guys are enjoying this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. I stream New World every day. I've been doing so for the past 7 months. I'm a veteran player. I have almost 4K hours in the game. So all the information that I give you is based off of someone who plays it daily. But the best way to support me, in all honesty, would be check me out on Twitch, Noble Duelist TTV. All right, let's move on to the next topic, shall we? All right, guys. The next thing we're going to go over is something I found under the social tab, under the patch notes. It says increase the disconnect slash rejoin grace period in cross world modes, which I'm sure includes OPR, 3v3s, and mutated expeditions. It says wars and invasions from 1 minute to 3 minutes in response to player feedback, which we've been giving them that feedback for at least a year, two, you know. The way I'm reading this is, if your game crashes or if you have a Steam authentication, if you're on PC, you know what I'm talking about. You have now 3 minutes to get back into the game before you get that 1 hour desert. The next thing I want to go over is here under a revamped Cutlass keys. I want to go over a few things in this section that I thought was interesting. Right here under the future of the cursed mist, they put a little, they put a sentence in here uh, that I'll just read it to you guys and tell you what I'm thinking. It says, right now, players can look forward to new rewards after release, obviously, right? But then it says, we'll also keep an eye on Curse Mist to tune what players adore the most. Read that again. To tune for what players adore the most. So that tells me uh, they're going to take the items that we want the most and they're going to make it harder to get. I don't like that. So the first couple weeks, maybe even month in the PvP zone might be the best as far as gathering resources because they're going to find out what we want like they always do and they're going to adjust the drop rate or the amount you can get it, whatever. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, it says right here, beyond the PvP zone, these gold cursed lost took over the formerly ancient and corrupted parts of Cutlass Keys, providing a variety of new PvE quests, which that's cool, right? New quest. I actually enjoy questing. Um, I don't think it's gonna have I mean it's gonna be updated loot. I don't think you're gonna be able to get like 725 gear from it. But the thing I want to show you guys is this. If you know New World, they have things in it called world tours where you go to elite zones throughout the map and you kill all the named enemies, you loot all the elite chests, and it provides the best loot in the game. I don't think that's going to be the case here unless it's some sort of craft mod or something along those lines, because I looked up here under open beta and I looked up Cutlass Keys items and I selected by gear score. And if I'm doing this correctly, you can still not get anything over 700 gear score. So it does not appear there's going to be new world tours happening in Cutlass Keys, which was revamped, is now a 65 level zone. You would think that it has good gear there. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there's a few items in there that'll make worth doing, but I found that to be unfortunate. I thought that would be pretty cool. I feel like that might be an opportunity missed. You know, what's the point of revamping, adding new enemy types, making it an elite zone without being able to drop gear that we want? That's just my take on it. The last interesting thing that I wanted to go over with you guys, being an in-game content player, I wanted to find out what activities are going to be worth doing. And so this is updated gear, right? I already made a video on the sandworm gear and rewards. Going to be super cool. It has illegal perk combinations. going to be super worth it. It's a 20-man trial. It's going to be challenging, difficult. We're going to be doing that. Then I looked up, which is what I want to go over now, the hatchery gear and rewards. It said that was updated. I'm like, okay, cool. Bet, let's check it out, right? So here it is right here. This is what we currently have for named items under the hatchery. As you see, the live tab is selected. It is Horde Master Gloves, gear score 600. That's the best you can get. If we go over here to open beta, it did get bumped up to 700, but it did not get bumped up to 725 gear score. So that's what it right now. It's currently 700. Post the 15th, it's going to be 725. So this still, in my opinion, the hatchery for gear is not going to be worth it.